All right, one more game. This is Mike Perkins, one half of Mike and Vince Perkins, one half of MVP, one half of Opinions LA Podcast, and for this here, I am the whole show. It's been two questions that have been kicking black women, well, really everybody's ass, but black women in particular, they're kicking their ass. It's what is a human, and what is a woman? If you put a woman on, on the spot, ask her, what is a woman? And I think most people who are kind of leftist with their ideology, and I think there's no other group that is more leftist and more liberal than probably black women. Even, to the point of a, court justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson. You ask her, well, what is a woman? She doesn't know because she's not a biologist, she's not a doctor or whatever. But she knows what a zebra is, and she's not a zoologist. But neither here nor there. And then now that they're overturning Roe v. Wade in certain states, obviously, it's not completely. It's going to be a lot harder for you to get, not a lot harder, but a little harder for you to get an abortion in your state if your state has overturned Roe v. Wade. It gets to a point where it's just like, well, you all know what a woman is, and everybody who's left leaning knows what a woman is once you talk about abortion. Because, the idea that men can't be a part of the conversation, well, then what is a man? What is a man? What is a man if we can't define what a woman is? We can't say that a woman is a person who can have babies. You know what I'm saying? We have to be so, careful with saying what a woman is, and now that abortion is being taken off the table, or Roe v. Wade is being overturned in certain states, now we have to know what a woman is. It just gets crazy. And that's that's the ideology that always, the weeds get a little too high, you get a little lost in the ideology that is not common sense. You can't just say, hey, they were born with a penis as a man. This person was born with it. And I would love to hear, if we go to, of which I haven't really heard from her. Apparently she's around somewhere, just living her life, just living her black girl magic life. But I would love to hear what Ketanji Brown Jackson thinks on this thing. I would love to hear, what does she think? Because she has to say woman, which is crazy. She has to say woman, and I would love okay, now can we ask you what a woman is? After you say that a woman should have her choice, because that's what you're going to say, because you're left-leaning, you're a black woman. Obviously, you're not going to be able to say that you don't think that they shouldn't, be able to do that or whatever. But you're probably going to say woman. And then I wonder what you would say after somebody says, okay, cool, you're saying woman, and what's a woman? Awkward pause. I don't know what a woman is. And how are you determining who can determine whether or not? It's going to be a vicious. Hopefully she just stays away from a microphone for the next year or so after this stuff is just, everything has died down, because she's not going to be able to, she's not going to be able to live this one. She's going to sound like an idiot. And I don't think she's an idiot. I just think that she's in the weeds. It's a little too deep now. Everything is confusing. She's just in it too deep. And she's already said, well, I don't know. Well, it's just okay, cool. You did say that. Now, and even for when I did the last video, I was talking about Jasmine Sullivan. If you asked her what a woman is, I'm pretty sure she would do the same thing. It depends on who you ask. So, okay, cool. Well, then I'm a woman. And I can decide whether or not I'm going to have an opinion on this topic, You know, if we want to play, we can all just play. I can play. We can play. But they're probably not going to want to play, and they're going to understand what I'm doing. You know, but I those two questions have been kicking people's ass. What is a woman and what is a human being? You know, what determines whether you're a living being or not? Do you have to be out of the womb? When is a baby a living human? Like, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough when you're in that ideology because it's not sophisticated. There's nothing sophisticated about it. It's like saying 2 + 2 is equal to blue because it's 2022. It's 2022. We should be able to say 2 + 2 is equal to blue. I mean, you know, I identify as like, it's a very, very very murky waters when you get to the point of all of that. And it's not deep ideology. It's not deep. It's not woke. It is. And you can't say anything. You know, you can't say anything. Like, none of these celebrities can say anything. None of them can just say, well, like, if you got a penis, you're a guy. If you don't, then, you know, if you got a vagina, you're a woman. If you got an ability to have a kid, or be at least the organs and the things that allow you to have kids, you know, even if you can't have kids, you're a woman. Like, why can't we say that? You know, and the reason we can't say it, obviously, is because it undermines trans, of which I think that there's an easy solution to that. You know, anything that's a physical activity, trans competes against trans. And every other thing that doesn't have to do with physicality, they can exist in the world regular. You know, anything that has to do with their sex, they have to compete or do according to them being trans. Just like men have to do stuff according to being a man, and women have to do stuff according to being a woman. You know, and that's the rule. You know what I mean? The rule is just that. You know, otherwise, you know, it would be very, very confusing, as it is. You know, asking a woman what is a woman, and she doesn't know, even though she's a woman and she's had kids. It's getting very crazy. It's getting kind of hectic. But all in all, man, you know, that's my thoughts on that. You know, if you want to, you know, have some fun, go to Twitter and type in what is a woman, and in the search engine, and just see what comes up. It'll probably be Matt Walsh's documentary, of which I've looked at it a couple times, man. That documentary is hell of a you know, yeah, it's a hell of a thing there. But yeah, this is Mike Perkins though, and that's my time. I am out.